This is how I make over $50,000 every single month selling GoHighLevel AI Receptionists. As you can see here, this is my WAP dashboard. Let me refresh. There's a lot of fake people out here. So refreshing my screen, July 1st to December 1st, we did 265,000. That's 5 months. That's just over $50,000 every single month, 172 users over that 5-month period. We haven't finished out December, so I'm not including it. I'm recording this in December. Now we're going to go back to my Miro board so I can show you actually how to do this now. Now stick around to the end of the video, not because I have some fancy bonus that I'm going to give you to keep you to the end of the video, but because if you don't, then none of this is going to actually make sense and you're just wasting your time just frog hopping from video to video because you just like to watch the videos and not actually implement it because you don't actually want to change your life. So just stick around and actually understand this because this is going to be one of the best videos you've ever seen. There are only a few things that I actually need to do in order to hit this $50,000 a month mark, and that is get book calls in my calendar, sell those book calls on the service, and then obviously fulfill and retain and just plug in the service into the business. Now get book calls, I do a pretty good job at that. These are my book calls for this week, just one of my closers. This is not our entire calendar. We're getting 10, 20, 30 book calls some days. Now selling the service, that's very simple. You just have to have a good closer selling the service, whether that be yourself or someone else. When I started out, I was doing all this. I was doing the marketing to get the book calls. I was selling the service and I was fulfilling them. Now, when it comes to fulfilling and retaining, it's so easy. We're just going into Voice Agent, go to AI Agents, and we're building out the agent for the business. I don't even do that anymore. I have one VA who gets me all the book calls, fulfills and retains them, and I have 2 closers who close all the deals. It's super easy. Now, this is essentially like the path I took, things scaled super quick once I started getting 210 book calls a day. How did I do that? Most people will say go to Google. I just went to Facebook groups. So I looked up Facebook groups in every city near me, and I basically said the same script right here. You can take a look at this, pause it. Hey, business owners, do you want to be the only business in your area who can take calls after 5 p.m. so that when all your competition is closed, you're getting 100% of the market demand? I have an AI receptionist who can take calls 24/7, never misses a call, sounds like a human, and can book people on your calendar. If you don't believe me, call it here. Then this is not my AI receptionist number, so don't call it. You're going to waste your time, but I would have my actual AI receptionist number here, and then they could call it, and then the AI receptionist would basically sell them. So I would use the AI receptionist as a sales tactic, and it would sell the people who called it, and it would get them booked. And a lot of these people would call it and be like, F you, go F yourself, bullshitting. And it would actually respond so well. And then at a certain point, they'd get sold and they'd book onto my calendar because the entire agent's job was to get people booked onto my calendar. So as you can see here, what they would do is from the Facebook group is the fuel. They would come to the Facebook group, they would see this, they'd call the AI, they'd, mess around with the AI. I said throw it a curveball, right? So they're trying to just trip it up. And then every time they'd be like, wait, you're actually good at sales. Why are you trying to sell me? You're AI. And the AI would be like, well, XYZ business owner, the same way I'm trying to sell you to use me for your business is the same way I'm going to be selling for your business. Would you not want me to be good at sales if I was going to be selling for you? And then it's like, sold. And then it's like the AI would be like, I'm not getting off this phone until you book onto my calendar. I'm going to send you a text, like, we're getting you booked. What do you have to lose? So lead from the Facebook group calls AI, talks to the AI agent, gets sold. This is basically the demo of the product because they're talking to the product they might implement. And then the AI agent pushes the lead to book a call with you. Lead books onto your calendars. As we can see, all these leads are from the AI, being an appointment setter and booking these leads onto the calendar. Boom, books them onto the meeting or books them onto the calendar. And then boom, closers. Here are my closers right here. Actually my face is blocking it, but it doesn't matter. And then they sell them for $1,000 per month, between $400 and $1,500 every single month. That's the system. So it's like once you master that, which is literally so easy, build this AI sales agent. If you want the AI sales agent, go down below and my team will give it to you. And that way you can plug it in and use the same agent I use to sell all the different leads to book a call with me. And then once you have that, you can start getting booked calls. Once you start getting 210 book calls, then it's like, well, how can you close 40% of them? If you close 40% of them, that's going to be 87 new clients a month, and 87 clients at $497 a month for the AI receptionist is $43,000 a month in recurring revenue stacking every single month. So it's very simple, right? It's like, get the book calls. We're literally like a few minutes into the video. I already showed you how to get the book calls. Selling the service, again, I can go over some of the sales. I'll do that in a second. Heck, bear with me. I'll show you literally the easiest sales script that gets every single business owner. Like all these people, we're going to use the same sales script on them. We're going to get at least 40% of them. Next, and the people that we took off, these ones right here, these aren't people who no-showed. These are people who We have an in-person, you don't need this, but we run a super tight ship. We call people if they're not qualified, we just get them off so we don't waste the closer's time. That's why they, aren't, showing them. Some of them, the ones who are crossed off with that line, we took off the calendar. And then if they are, actually, we don't have any no-shows this week, so I can't show you, but they would be blank if they were a no-show. Anyways, I digress. So yeah, that's how you get the book calls. And it's like, if you can get 10 book calls a day from this system right here that I showed you, which you can, then you can. I literally got, when I was doing this by myself, I scaled to 10K a month so quick. I made one Facebook group or one Facebook post like this. I think 200 people called my number, and I got like 20, 30 people to book on my meeting, book onto my calendar. And then I just sold like 7 of them and made literally almost $10,000 a month in recurring from 48 hours of work. It was crazy. Back up here, we know how to get the book calls. Now, when it comes like, how do you close 30% of the book calls? So simple. You're just asking these business owners, if you had an AI receptionist that could keep your call hours open 24/7, how many extra calls would you get a day? On average, they say about 30 per day. It's like, okay. And again, you're getting them to say all of this right here. You're not saying it. They are. Okay, 30 extra. You think you get 30 extra calls per day if you could have an AI receptionist keep your call hours open after 5 p.m. so you can take calls 24/7? Gotcha. That's 900 calls per month, right? Yeah, 30 times 30, 900. Yeah. How out of those 900 extra calls you'd be getting, hypothetically, how many do you think would actually come in? They say like 50%. Some will say 30%, some will say 60 or 70%, so averaging it out to 50%. It's like, well, I think probably 50% would come in and spend money with my business. It's like 50% of 900 is, you know the answer, but you get your guy, 450, that can't be right. The guy's like, the business owner or girl's like, that can't be right. And then they look at it like, yeah, 450 new patients a month. And you're like, damn, like what's the least amount of money those 450 new patients could spend? Assuming it's a dentist, like this works for med spa, chiropractor, realtor, dentist, anything in the world, tradesman, plumber, etc. It works for every single business. They're like, well, the average clean is $100 or the average clean is, say $100. Then it's like, okay, so, and that's the least I could spend. It's like, yeah, not even including x-rays, right? Chances are people are going to spend way more money than $100. It's a dentist, like root canals, fillings, but let's be so conservative, right? Okay, so $100 times 450 new patients a month, that can't be 45,000. Calculator. That's $45,000 extra, $45,000 a month in extra revenue every single month just by adding an AI receptionist. Business owners, all these business owners, like, that's insane, like, blah, 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 blah. So, like, you're like, whoa, so basically, if you could keep your callers open 24/7, how much do you think you could make an extra month? And then you then say 45,000. And then once they say 45,000, it's this line right here. Would you not pay $1,000 a month to make an extra $45,000 every month? Boom, sold every single time. Like, sure, there's some more nuance to sales, but boom, sold every single time, or at least 5 times out of 10. You'll be the only dentist open 24/7. You'll be the only chiropractor open 24/7. The system pays for itself once you get literally like a few clients every month. And then also a big thing is, this is actually true, Google sees your call hours open 24/7. So after 5 p.m. when all your competition is closed, they see you as the only one open. They push you to the top of Google. Free SEO, literally free SEO. That's a little cheat code. And then here's just some other sales tax. Screenshot that. You can use that. Boom. Now you know how to sell it. Like, and you can do all this yourself. Like, you trust me. You can spend 30 minutes a day if you want to change your life. Like, don't be a little bitch. You can spend 30 minutes every day posting in Facebook groups. And then you will get, if you have this system here with the AI receptionist, again, go to my description if you want it, the call AI, blah, blah, blah. This will literally, just from posting in the Facebook groups, get people to book. Nothing happened in between us posting in Facebook groups and these people getting booked. It's all automated because of this system right here and the AI booking them. And then, okay, we know how to get book calls. I just showed you how to sell the service roughly, touch up on your sales skills. Like, obviously, the better you are at sales, the better, obviously. And then, or hires sales rep and give them, 30% commission. But anyways, you get book calls, you sell the service, then like fulfilling and retaining, it's so easy. You're just building a GoHighLevel AI receptionist. Like, I'll make another video after this one on how to build an AI receptionist. It's the easiest thing in the world. That's not the hard part. That's the easy part. It's the system that you have to follow. That's the hard part. Anyways, the build the business, AI receptionist, like once you add an AI receptionist or a website or Google, like I'll literally, if I sell them on the AI receptionist for $1,000 a month, I'll give them a website because it takes me 0 seconds and GoHighLevel to build, and I'll give them Google reviews and SEO. And then I'll give them I'll give these for free because it's just going to help with churn. It's not going to make me more money, but it will, because they're not going to churn. Because once they have my AI receptionist in their business, they're getting SEO from me and their website from me. I'm the foundation of their business. Like, they're stuck with me. They're not going to ever churn. They're never going to stop paying me $1,000 a month. That's the hack. So that's how you prevent churn. Because again, $43,000 a month, $50,000 a month is nice, but if that's churning, like, it's just. And by the way, I have 3 payment processors, so I'm actually like, I have Stripe, I have Chase payment merchants. So I am doing far over $50,000 a month. But again, I'm not going to show you 3 different processors. One's enough. Anyways, but I digress. Yeah, you build this pyramid, and then you're good. You're going to keep them. So we know how to get the book calls, we know how to sell the service, and we know how to retain them, right? It's the service that you're giving them, which is so sticky. I call this a sticky subscription business, right? They don't keep paying you because they want to. They keep paying you because they have to. Your service is their lifeline. So that's the system. That's basically it. I hope you found this video valuable. I hope you actually do something with it. Like, honestly, at the end of the day, you can't be a little bitch. Like, it's going to take some work to get this going. Once you get it going, life's going to be really good. Just don't be a little weasel. Like, actually work hard. And you can do all this. I just showed you how to do this in 10 minutes. Easier said than done. Sure, I guess. Like, it's not that hard. Just go figure it out. I just gave you everything you need. See ya.